On Sports with Jason Bartholomew, myself, and Randy, and you will never believe what's going on in Jacksonville. That's up next, along with the no-hitter. Check it out. We'll see you shortly.
Nice.
Hey, it's Todd Ault, and you're never going to believe what's going on here in the sports world. Jason Bartholomew, how you feeling, buddy? I know you had a little dental issue. How's everything going, my friend?
Good, man. They fixed me right up. I was a little nervous, but it turned out to be just a little cracked filling. So they just took care of that, put a new filling in. Good to go, man.
Got a haircut, too, didn't you?
Got a little haircut, yeah. Speaking of haircuts.
What in the world is going on in Jacksonville? And I got to tell you, there's no way I believe this to be true other than I know you and you don't lie.
Yeah, man.
So what in the heck is going on in Jacksonville? And those, by the way, before we get to that answer, there is a series of management meetings taking place in another state, and I'll be gone most of the week for both shows. And Jason and I are going to do our best to do a shortened filled Risk on Sports and regular Risk on this week as we have management meetings all week in another state with the entire company. Hey, Jason, what's happening in Jacksonville?
Hey, Nick, if you go to our screen, I'm going to show you. So the Jacksonville Jaguars have signed Tim Tebow to a 1-year deal as a tight end. That's pretty amazing.
Doesn't seem believable to me.
It's he just retired from baseball. He made it to Double-A. I think he might have had a cup of coffee in Triple-A. He almost made a call-up with the Mets, but he did retire. He's 33. He can definitely play tight end. The guy's a super smart athlete. It says that he'll be joining as a tight end, but you know what? He'll be mentoring Trevor Lawrence at the quarterback position too, in my opinion. It's amazing that he actually – one other thing that's interesting is his former coach at Florida. He actually just bought a mansion like down the street from him too. So that's kind of interesting. But a lot of the players are thinking, hey – he's a football player. He can learn to play tight end, and he can make the squad. So here we go, Tim Tebow back in the NFL.
I just beyond it's beyond recognition. Randy, what are you thinking, man, about Tim Tebow?
I'm not a fan.
What? Why aren't you a fan? You don't like Dodd?
No, I just never thought Tebow was all that great. He did good for Denver there for a while, but yeah, not a fan.
He did beat the Steelers.
Yeah. That was a great playoff game, and I'm a Steelers fan. Todd, you're a Steelers fan. That broke my heart, man. That little slant, and he took it to the house. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was actually the only time that I thought it was okay to lose a game because it was fun to watch Tim Tebow be successful. And I know he's a pretty dedicated guy, so I think this is going to be a big story for him to be back in the NFL. I wish him well. I hope he does great. I really am a big fan. I hope he does great.
Here's what I want to know. Here's a good question. So players, they choose to exercise their free speech, and they kneel for the national anthem. You know, Tim Tebow likes to kneel also to praise the Lord above. Will he be scrutinized? Will there be a double standard? You know that's going to come into play if he makes the team. So what do you think?
Oh, I think he makes the team just because Jacksonville wants the fans.
Yeah.
And with Joey Lawrence there, which is my new nickname for him, and Tim Tebow there, they're going to have a lot of eyeballs on them.
You know, that's where Tim Tebow's from, Duval County, Jacksonville. So they'll definitely be packing the stands. You've got how many? What did he win? One national title at Florida or two? He won at least one. Yeah. He actually he won the Heisman also. So yeah, what a great brand! It's a great story here. I think it's a smart move by Jacksonville, and he's a football player. He's still got a little bit left in him. He's in good shape. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun time to see this. I think you and I will be going to a Jacksonville game.
I would definitely go to a Jacksonville game. That would be a blast. So we'll see what happens.
What's happening? I heard there was a no-hitter.
Friday night obviously we couldn't cover it, but Friday night Wade Miley threw a no-no for the Cincinnati Reds, and that was like a pitcher's duel. It was a 0-0 game, and Cincinnati got scraped together 3 runs for him. They ended up beating Cleveland 3-0. Hey, Nick, can you go to the screen real quick? So this is Miley's final out right here. A little changeup, gets him out in front of it. Boom, throws it. Boom, no-hitter. That's the 4th no-hitter of the year. One of them doesn't count officially because it was seven innings. Madison Bumgarner threw a 7-inning no-hitter. That doesn't go into the record books, but there were 3 others. John Means from the Orioles, who we bet, and he won, and we had some money on him. He threw a no-hitter. Joe Musgrove threw a no-hitter for the Padres, and now Wade Miley, no-hitter for the Reds. That's pretty amazing. 2 no-hitters.
It is amazing.
2 no-hitters last week. 2 no-hitters last week in Major League Baseball. So
wow.
When everything says, it's tough to – it's good pitching does beat good hitting still. And
what's the chances that Medina Spirit, I'm hearing about Bob Baffert. I was there kind of for the breaking news over the weekend. Seems not believable, but if you listen to Bob Baffert, he just completely denies it.
I know. He's had a horse in the past test positive, at least one. I was reading it. It looks like I was interested to see how the betting goes. The betting will stand, according to what I've read. There'll be no adjustments.
Wow,
that sucks.
Well, how can they change things?
They can't. The only thing they could do is give refunds, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. There's no way.
So, hey, Randy, have you read about this at all? What's going to take place with this?
Yeah, it sounds like they're under investigation. It's not being stripped from Baffert yet, but he's been banned right now, effective immediately, from racing at Churchill Downs, which is shocking. I mean, he just set a record, right? 7 wins for a trainer, and now being banned from Churchill Downs. I mean, he's asking for a secondary blood sample to be tested. So it'll be a little process here to go through, but it doesn't look good from what I'm hearing.
He outright denies that that's the case. He said he didn't even use that drug on the horse at all, even though it's allowed. The amount in the horse's system, he said, we didn't even use it, so there shouldn't have been any in the horse's system.
I mean, I don't understand unless somebody's sabotaging the horse, but that would have to be internally through like the drug testing. That would be highly unlikely, but it's possible. Interesting.
Hey, Jason, what's happening with baseball and what's going on with today's games? I don't think there's that many, right?
Yeah, there were 6 on the schedule. 1 got rained out in Colorado. That leaves us 5 to choose from. And I'm just going to do 1 parlay today, nothing much. We're going to take the Reds and the San Francisco Giants, a 2-team parlay. That'll be Reds and Giants. I'll have that texted out to the folks in just a few minutes, so they have that nice and early. The only other games on the slate were Miami at Arizona, and the pitcher's not even declared yet for Miami. That's kind of a weird situation. I'm going to keep my eye on that. And then the Angels go to play the Astros in Houston after a crazy weekend. Sunday Night Baseball, the Angels and Dodgers. Kershaw was on the mound. He left the game, and the Dodgers were up like 13-0, literally. The Angels rallied back, and the Dodgers ended up winning that game. Get this, 14-11. Crazy. Yeah. So that was a crazy game for if you like home runs and you like hitting. That was a crazy game. Boston's at Baltimore. It's freezing cold there, 43 degrees. And, we like the Reds at Pittsburgh. I like the kid on the mound for the Reds today. And I like the kid on the mound for the Giants today, Alex Wood. So the 2-teamer is going to be the Reds and the San Francisco Giants.
Randy, anything going on in Indy this week?
Saturday, the race, the road course race at Indianapolis GMR Grand Prix will be this Saturday. So looking forward to that. Friday will be practice and qualifying. Yesterday there was a ho-hum Formula One race. Again, won by Lewis Hamilton, so that's not very exciting lately.
Where was that race at, Randy?
In Spain, Barcelona.
Oh.
Why was it ho-hum?
It's just the same old story. The race starts, Hamilton and Verstappen take off. Maybe one over the other has the lead. One guy will pass the other, and everybody else is way in the back, and it's just not very exciting. to watch right now, honestly. If you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, if you're a Mercedes fan, it's the best, isn't it? 7 years of dominance. Nobody can touch him.
I wonder
Right.
what do you think the odds were for him, for either that guy or the other gentleman to win? I mean, it's probably like 50-50.
Yeah, it is. And it's like you're talking about in the baseball betting.
Yeah.
When the Dodgers were winning, you weren't going to bet because you weren't going to win nothing on it, right?
Right,
so
right.
you got to bet on one of these other guys to get lucky and pull through. And if these guys break down and some other guy wins by luck, then you win a bunch of money. But you ain't going to win no money betting on these guys. They're
No.
always favored. Like you said, it's one or the other's favored every race.
Yeah, it's just chalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Todd, I got a story for you. Get this. All right, so I'm at the M, right? I'm cashing in some baseball winners. Sit down, play a little ultimate, buying for $310, 10 in white chips. You know, I like to do that just to shuffle the chips.
At the end, there's ultimate.
Well, it's heads up hold'em.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So I grind out like a $400 winner, and then so the line at the cashier was really long. I'm like, well, I'll just take my chips with me. I had like a purple chip and some green chips and a couple black chips. I had like 800, and I was like, I'll come back later, no big deal. So I'm walking by the high limit room, and this guy's celebrating like crazy. I look, he's betting like 300 a hand, pretty good betting. And he's celebrating. He won like 3 in a row. He's high-fiving his girlfriend. So I don't know what happened. I'm walking out towards my car, and I just get this wild hair. I'm like, you know what? This guy's having fun. So I flick a purple chip, a 500 chip. I'm like, hey, let me ride one hand with you. I put it under his stack. No problem. We get 2 cards. It's actually, they pitch them to you there, and you actually peel them up and look at them. And so we got his 300 in play, my 500 in play. I'm not playing, because I can't play. So this guy's playing, and he gets dealt he gets a 12. And he's like, you got a hit, right? I'm like, yeah, we got a hit. The dealer's showing a 7. We got a hit. He hits a 10. He's got 17. We stay. The dealer has a 7. I'm like, okay, it's probably going to be a push. The dealer's going to show a 10. It's going to be 17. It's going to be a push, and I'm just going to move on. I'm going to go home. No big deal. So the dealer has a 7. The dealer reveals a 6 underneath for 13. I'm like, well, wow, isn't that something? No 17 here. I'm like, wow, I hope they don't really make a hand here. So the dealer takes the card, flips it down. It's a picture card, 23. We win. He goes crazy. I cash out a nickel. He takes 300, and I flick the dealer a green chip, and I move on. Pretty crazy. So that happened this weekend.
Okay. I thought you were going to give me a punchline that they arrested you for
No.
blackjack.
No, I can't play blackjack. I can't. Doesn't say anything about, So
they didn't stop you from flipping that chip?
No, because he's playing. He's a whale. He's just a whale.
Oh, wow.
It's just a random hand. You know what I mean? Like, no big deal. So, yeah, that was kind of fun. That was total gamble, total risk on. I don't know this guy from Adam. He could have won the hand and kept my money. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's exciting. Obviously, you know what happened to me over the weekend. I got my tail kicked.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, we lost $500.
Oh, yeah,
Remember,
sure.
Yeah, that was ugly. We went downtown to Fremont, and I got whipped. Hey, how much time left, Jason?
We're just kind of ad-libbing it here. Whenever we're done, we're done.
Hey, I got to step out, but everybody who's watching, real important stuff happening on. If you're a stock player, you like to trade, we're going to have an interesting risk on today. It'll be a shortened version of risk on, but we are going to have an interesting thing. Hey, Jason, that thing may be filed today. I've been talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exciting news after the close.
Hey, we've had.
All right, everybody.
Take care.
What?
I'll catch up with you at the top of the hour.
All right, brother. You take care, Ben. Be well. Randy, I'll take care. Brad, everybody take care. I'll see you guys.
All right, you too. See ya.
Bye.
Hey, Mr. Director and Mr. Producer, we've been about 14 minutes here. I think we've covered what we need to cover here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and call Risk on a little bit shortened version today, 15 minutes. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. And look forward to our 105 show. It will be a little shorter, but we appreciate you supporting us. Click the like and the thumbs up button, and we'll catch you tomorrow on Risk on Sports. Thank you.
Subscribe. I just did it for Joe over here.
guys are doing on the show,